the Cardinals Hall of Fame game. No starters will play. I'll probably still watch it. It's football. Sad. I like football, man. It's great to have you back in the herd. 877-757-HERD. Go to Peter Schrager at the Hall of Fame here, Fox NFL Insider, in about 5 minutes. You know how every week and every day, you see this all the time, is like National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. That was actually a day this week. Monday was, I kid you not, I'm serious, National Avocado Day. Yesterday was National Coloring Book Day. April 14th, we looked this up, as National Ex-Spouse Day. Tomorrow is, this is true, National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. Saturday is National Disc Golf Day. And I also swear to you that this week, and how fitting is this, is this week is International Clown Week. And it's so fitting because 4 people have clowned LeBron: Steph, Durant, Kyrie, and now Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan came out yesterday and said, Kobe Bryant over LeBron all time, 5 beats 3. Ugh. This year has been absolutely incredible. In the last 9 months, Phil Jackson took a shot and trolled LeBron, Pat Riley, Golden State, Kevin Durant, Kyrie, Steph, the league, the media wouldn't put him top 3 in MVP voting, and the league was outraged when LeBron took TV games off, though the Spurs did it for years. All trolling LeBron. And this week, it's been piling on. It's not a coincidence. You do realize why this week everybody's piling on. Because LeBron's been in this league 14 years. He has controlled this league for a decade, though. And when Kyrie Irving said, I want out, it was the first time in a decade that LeBron didn't control things. And I've been saying this all year. There is LeBron fatigue around the league. There is definitely a LeBron fatigue around the league. They are tired of LeBron controlling mobility, finals, narratives, free agency, and there's blood in the water with Kyrie saying he wants out. And the second Kyrie did that, Steph trolled 3 days later, KD trolled the next day, and MJ trolled 2 days later. This is not a coincidence. This is not fate. This is Kyrie, I want out, blood in the water. For the first time in a decade, there is a sense that LeBron is vulnerable. And the NBA is a star players league, driven by agents, vanity, and ego. And everybody's had to suppress their ego for 10 years with LeBron. Now they're sensing weakness because of Kyrie's insistence to leave. There is blood in the water. And in 6 days, 4 icons went out and took a shot at LeBron. This is not just wacky timing, odd coincidence. Everybody senses, for the first time in a decade, LeBron is vulnerable. This is why I honestly believe LeBron and the Lakers, you can keep poking the bear, keep trolling the king, they always poke back. Here's veteran newsman John Goulet with the news.
No. Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.
Potentially bad news, Colin, if you're a Dolphins fan. Ryan Tannehill suffered a pretty scary-looking injury today at practice. I think we finally have the video of this.
All right, let's watch it. Let's watch this.
He's scrambling out to the right, and right here. Tries to cut on his knee, goes to the ground, non-contact injury.
Okay.
He did walk off the field under his own power, but didn't look like he was walking very well. He had a knee injury last year that ended his season early.
Wow, that's really bad news.
Right. Remember, it's funny. It's not funny, but yesterday we were joking about, you actually knew who the Dolphins' backup quarterback was.
Well, he'll play now.
Yeah, now he might. I have to ask the very obvious question. Are they going to give Colin Kaepernick a call? This is the first quarterback we've seen get hurt.
Didn't Colin Kaepernick wear a Fidel Castro shirt recently? It's not exactly
wore that. I believe when they were playing, he started against the Dolphins last year. You remember a few years ago, he also wore a Dolphins hat when he was the Niners starting
I think the
quarterback.
Fidel Castro would not play well in South Miami to some fans. That is a haunting image to certain people. So that would become a newsworthy topic. And what I've said about Kaepernick is I think he's good enough to play in this league. I've never been a fan of newsworthy backup quarterbacks. That's why I'm not a Tebow Manziel backup role guy. We'll ask our guest from the Hall of Fame in a few minutes, though. If Kaepernick, it depends on, does he work with Adam Gase? That's really the story.
And Matt Moore, I mean, he started the last few games of last year and a playoff game from the Dolphins. If it's not a season-long injury, they might be okay with Moore for a few games.
Yeah.
Staying in the AFC East, so you remember there was the Patriots fight yesterday between Julian Edelman and Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
Both players were ejected because that's a Patriot team rule.
Right.
Well, they asked Belichick about clarification of the team rules, thinking, of course, Belichick knows all the rules. It's a little bit of a long bite, but let's hear what Belichick said about it.
Okay.
So when there's a fight at practice, couple of practice, the rules that those guys are asked to leave. Is there anything positive that you can take from that sort of instance in terms of just competitiveness or intensity that guys are showing like that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the rules are. I just try to coach the team the best I can. So.
But just refer to your rules and the players said.
I don't know what rule that is. I do what I think's right in all situations, so that's what I do.
So, Bill, what happens if there is a fight between players at training camp? What typically happens afterwards then?
I do what I think's best.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's a very in-depth answer. Are you buying it all? Like he doesn't know what his own team rules are? Or
Listen,
is he just already sick of the media in early August?
Yeah, I mean, Belichick has always been get out of here. That's always been kind of a Pete Carroll thing too. Pete likes feisty; he doesn't like fights. But in the end, Edelman's a tough guy. Gilmore's the new cornerback trying to prove himself. It's unavoidable. You're going to have this stuff. When you have to hit the same guy for 17 straight days, I think that's a lot of it. I think guys get tired. If I'm a cornerback and you're a wide receiver, and I'm a young wide receiver, and I've been guarding you for 18 days, I know all your moves. And you're trying to get the attention and make the roster. I'm jumping your routes. And people get feisty. I mean, listen, man, the NFL training camp was the first reality show in America. Young people seeking attention and trying to get $1 million check. You're going to get fights.
Yeah, and that day after, people get sick of each other when they're in the same division and they play twice a year. Imagine doing that every single day.
And the guy they're jumping your routes.
It's hot and it's humid.
Yeah, it's the worst weather of the year.
And finally, as you mentioned earlier, I'm sure a very special day for you that it's Tom Brady's 40th birthday.
Yeah.
Patriots actually helped. They celebrated by bringing in goats to the practice facility, which is awesome. And they asked Bill Belichick to weigh in on how he'd be observing Brady's birthday. Here's Belichick once again.
You guys do anything for him? Yeah, practice.
Like the parade. Yeah.
It's so bad for our radio audience. Here's a new rule in the show for our editors. If you have to put words on the screen because you can't hear it, how about we just don't run it? I couldn't understand a damn word there.
The guy in front of the microphone is the one you can't understand.
Yeah, from now on, for our radio audience, if you have to put the words on the screen, let's just not run the bike.
Well, he mentioned having a parade.
I couldn't hear.
He actually made a joke.
You could have put a goat on the air, and I would have understood what they were saying. John Goulet with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
Let's, via the Coward Global Satellite Network, go live.